good?
Yep.
Pressure and temperature are good. Did you still have tape on the radiator?
Nope. No, I took it all off.
That's right.
Last
Yeah.
stop.
Yep. Well, here we are. We just departed from Melrose Park, a little private airstrip that we landed at a couple of days ago now, and on our way down to Sebring, Florida. We're now going on Tuesday. I think it's the 14th, I believe, today. And we were kind of weathered in for a couple of days in northern Florida. We actually spent a really good couple of days. We spent the first night in Gainesville, Florida, and then yesterday we went over to out to Pulaski. What was the name? Hastings, where we visited with the customer. Had a good time there, and this morning we visited with William Wynn of Fly Corvair fame, since he's just close to the area here. And now we're heading back into Sebring, Florida. GPS shows that we're 156 statute miles away. Here we are in northern Florida, pretty flat country out here. As you can see from the clouds, still overcast, but at least now we have great visibility. Ceilings are not too high, but nice thing about Florida, we're flying over ground that's 150 feet above sea level.
A little nicer than the other day, I do admit that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's getting nicer by the looks of it, so it's improving weather, that's always positive. So we've had not a very fast trip down to Sebring again, but again, last couple of days were actually kind of relaxing for us. We weren't stressing about the weather because it was so bad, there was no question of being able to go. I think yesterday the highest the ceilings got was 200 feet. And then,
what's the saying they say? Time to spare, go by air?
Time to spare, go by air.
So we enjoyed it.
And that's it, we really did. We had, we didn't know where we were going to spend the night, but we always found good places to spend the night. We didn't know who we'd have dinner with. We had, great company last night with Dennis Dixon and his family. And then again this morning spent time with Grace and William Wynn of Corvair. Always having a good time doing this. And so now we're flying south. We've got a bit of a headwind, or tailwind actually. Nice change. So we're cruising along about 100 miles an hour with just a light tailwind. And hopefully our next stop will be in Sebring, Florida. Yeah, some of these lakes are beautiful. You look at that place there, on the edge there. Isn't that pretty?
Yep, you get the shorts on.
I know it. It'll be nice to spend a week in the warmer weather. Well, a week, it'll be a short week now. 4 or 5 days. But it's always nice to be down here this time of the year. Well, we can hear the Sebring traffic getting pretty close now. We're 37 miles out, 26 minutes away. As you can see, a little bit overcast out there, but still a beautiful day. great visibility.
54 Alpha will be entering the left.
We're flying over central Florida now. It's full of lakes and orange groves down there. Pretty area. I remember one of the very first times we flew out here, there were tarps over all the roofs. It was right after, I can't remember, it was a hurricane, I can't remember which one it was, but there were blue tarps on half the houses. Nice to see that that's no longer the case. We're now 12 miles out of Sebring, showing 8 minutes out. We have a little bit of light showers ahead of us on the left. Kind of see the showers right there ahead of us. We've got MacDill Air Force Base immediately to our left here, to the east. And we're heading south from northern Florida into central Florida to the Sebring U.S. Aviation Expo. And I've got the audio, the tuned in for the Unicom for the Sebring frequency. You can hear there are already quite a few airplanes coming in, and whether they're doing training and other activities. See the airplane to your left, Roger? That's like from MacDill Air Force Base by the looks of it. Like a 4-engine job. We're well in our own airspace, so we're out of their way.
That's good.
As they're doing a hard left bank here, like a, what is that, a 4-engine, like a, I don't know if that's a C-130, it's a small 4-engine turboprop utility plane. He's flying right into the rain. And we have Avon to our right, I believe. No, that's Lake Jackson already right there. That's Lake Jackson for Sebring, to our right. Now you can see his, interesting. And we're now 9 miles out. As you can see, it's pretty overcast. Still beautiful, great visibility out, but a little overcast with some scattered showers. Pretty typical Florida weather, I think. Nice and warm out. Actually, sounds like a good time to be coming in because they're nice and quiet on the Unicom there.
It does.
Because there's a lot of chatter earlier on. Now it's kind of really quieted down. So we're flying the Zenith STOL CH 750. We've got the Rotax 912IS Sport engine. And as you can see on the panel, we have a Dynon D100. And then we also have a stock EMU and EKP4 AvMap GPS. This airplane was built by Skytech for Rotax Canada Research, the Canadian distributor for the Rotax engine. And we've had the privilege of flying this airplane around for the last few months. Really enjoying it. And we're taking it into Sebring for the U.S. Aviation Expo. We'll leave the camera rolling and the audio rolling as we do the approach. I know a lot of folks find that kind of interesting. We can see the airport straight ahead. It's, according to GPS, it's exactly 6 miles in front of us. And it doesn't really sound like there's anybody else in the traffic right now. Everybody's been using runway 1, which is... So we'll probably enter the left downwind leg for the runway 1.
Sebring traffic, thermal 755 miles to the north, inbound landing for 01, Sebring.
As you can see on the windshield, the light rain, just very light though. Still great visibility. I can see orange groves on out to my right here. There we go. And there's the airport right in front. Now the Sebring Airport, kind of famous because the Sebring International Raceway is also located right, literally adjacent to the airport. That's where a lot of auto racing, a lot of historic auto racing, endurance races, if I remember. Always an interesting spot to come to. There's the Sebring Hotel to the right, and then you can see the big grandstand for the raceway.
And Sebring traffic, Thermal 750, being on left down for 01, Sebring. Now, while we're out here, I'm going to look at our little markers for my demo flights.
We always like the Sebring Expo.
There's one right there.
Because we can do a lot of demo flights.
There's another marker.
Yeah, you can see those bright orange markers on the, I guess those are farm fields of sorts. What are those, rice paddies, you think? Because it looks like they flood those fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see the solid square orange markers there, yeah.
The other one down there.
Yep.
Used to use blue, and I told him you can't see them.
Blue on blue or blue on green is not as obvious as bright orange. Yeah, they're nicely marked now. You can really see them well. Here, and there. Now here we're coming straight on the grandstand of the raceway.
Traffic, Lake 1254 Lima is taxiing to runway 01.
A quick look for traffic. The view of the racetrack there.
Yeah. Racetrack, we see the exhibits area is already starting to fill up. All the tents are there. Looks like they have a relatively sizable jet airplane there on the ramp, on the tarmac. Yeah, and as the radar showed, a little bit of rain right here. Very light rain. Just flew over the raceway. And yeah, again, we picked a nice quiet time to come in because we've been monitoring this for the last half hour, and it was pretty busy earlier, but now it's nice and quiet.
Sebring traffic, Thermal 750, space to final 01, full stop Sebring.
The rain on the windshield.
But it's warm rain, it's nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, freezing rain especially, we don't like that at all. This is nice, warm Florida rain. We're happy to be in Florida for the U.S. Sport Aviation Expo 2015. Oh, I can see a nice rainbow straight ahead. I don't know, hopefully the camera can pick that up. It's a beautiful rainbow.
All the aviators rainbow.
Yeah, what a nice welcome. Sebring, a nice rainbow. And here's runway 1 coming up in front of us. To the left we can see the raceway. Runway 1 in front of us. The exhibit area is just to the left of runway 1. nice and slow approach, gentle, very smooth now. Looks like there's an amphibian taxiing down. Lake amphibian, by the looks of it. You can see where it rained on this side of the runway right here, and then further ahead, the runway is kind of dry. The rain hasn't touched that side of the runway yet, isn't it? Isn't that localized? It was really wet here, and now coming here, it's a dry runway. Very localized. And we haven't used but the first, we're still in the first 200 feet of the runway. Open our air vents, get fresh air. Well, welcome with us to Sebring, Florida. And we look forward to spending the next 4 days here meeting with builders and builder wannabes. Roger, I know, always has a busy time doing demo flights. This is always a great place to do demo flights because there's no air show here. It's all about the light sport aircraft. Immediately in front of us, we see Lockwood Aviation. Lockwood's always been very active with the Rotax engine, and of course the twin Rotax AirCam airplane. And a number of interesting airplanes, a nice Pilatus, little R-22 helicopter, Lancer, turbine Lancer, sport cruiser, or is that a 601? I'm not sure. And what else we have? Well, Sea Ray, a little RV. There's Buzzy with the 601 that we were flying with earlier, and the little Super Cub or Carbon Cub airplane, and then behind that is the One Week Wonder CH-750 cruiser airplane. So we're going to keep taxiing all the way down to the exhibit area. Now that fenced off area, I believe that's where they're exhibiting airplanes to sell. Basically it's a used aircraft market. A little Titan Tornado, an Express, Wheeler Express. You don't see any of those around anymore.
A Comanche?
Yeah, a Comanche. And taxiing on here basically to the expo area. And our display space is booth 305, which is going to be right in front of that big tent, the indoor exhibit tent area. And here we are, end of the taxi area. We're going to have to pull the airplane in the rest of the way. Well, we'll check in with you later, and we look forward to having a fun week here at Sebring U.S. Aviation Expo.